Good.
and welcome
Okay.
people to Twin
Yes.
Talk Food. And
Number 17.
oh gosh, episode 17.
Yeah.
And why don't you just tell us a little bit about what your garden has been doing? And then maybe I can splice in some pictures of
Yeah.
the things that you had been sending me, and we
Yeah.
can post those up on the blog.
Yeah. The garden has been very good this year. I
Hmm.
grew everything from seed for the first time. And I have out there cucumbers, two kinds of carrots. I have squash. I have a couple of tomato plants. I have parsley. I have oregano, basil. I showed you the last time, which is in my kitchen window. And then I have a whole thing of different types of lettuces. I have a romaine, I have butter lettuce, and I have red leaf lettuce. Actually, I have two kinds of red leaf lettuce, and I have kale and spinach.
Okay, so can you tell us when you harvest, especially the lettuces and some of
Uh-huh.
the herbs, if you're not eating them for dinner or lunch, how do you
Mm-hmm.
store them? I think that that would be informational for people because sometimes you don't store them correctly and they just become destroyed and
Yes.
limp and disgusting. So, do you have a method that you like to use that works to keep them crisp?
Um, yeah. Well, a lot of the times when I take the plants off, we eat them that night, but I'm going to get ready to harvest today. Get ready to harvest today. So what I'll do is just take the outer leaves off of the stalk. I just, have a scissor. I just cut them off, and then I bring them into the house and put them in a plastic bag. I don't wash them. I don't wash them. I put them in a plastic bag with a paper towel with a little bit of water on the bottom of the bag,
Hmm.
and just put them inside of the bag.
Okay, and how long do you anticipate? I mean, I know you're using them within a day or so,
Uh
and
huh.
that's probably okay.
Yeah.
But do you keep anything longer than that? And are you going to be drying any of the herbs that you have out there this year? Thinking about doing that?
I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure that I might do that this year
Hmm.
because I use herbs all the time. Like over the summer, in the next 3 months, I'll probably be using all of those herbs. What I
Hmm.
might end up doing is making an herb garden in my kitchen window.
Okay, so how would you be doing that? What would that look like?
Well, I showed you my basil. It would be in a little pot,
Hmm.
and I get two other little pots, and I put one with parsley and one with oregano, and I start them from seed.
Mm,
Start them from
okay,
seed.
okay,
So these are some of the things that I'm sending to you. I showed
okay.
you
So just
yesterday.
tell people what they are.
Okay, these are all heirloom seeds that I'm sending to you. This is dill.
Hmm.
This
Okay,
is dill. This is oregano. This is uh, thyme.
okay.
This is thyme.
Hmm.
This is rosemary.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then from my favorite gardening shop, the lettuce, the Cimarron lettuce from M.I. Gardner. It's a
Okay.
gardening supply company up in Michigan, and this is where I get all my lettuce from. So you'll have a lot of success with this.
They look beautiful. They
Yeah,
really do. And based
yeah,
on what you had shown me, it
uh-huh.
seems that they've grown. What's the time from seed to harvest?
Um, the lettuce, once you cut it off, it takes about another month to come back, maybe 3 weeks to a month.
Hmm.
With everything else, since I started from seed, that was in the beginning of March, and it's now coming up. So it's about 3 months
Yeah.
for it to be,
Yeah. So do the lettuces survive the hot weather?
it does. But I'm out there, I'm watering everything twice a day.
Wow.
Yeah, in the
Wow.
morning and also in the evening.
It's
Yeah,
really, it gets so hot there.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
Oh my
And if
gosh.
you want it to survive, you have
Mhm.
to water it. You know.
Right. Right. Okay. So do you have plans to do a second garden this year? I know you had talked about last year
Hmm.
maybe having some other um, I don't know, fruits, vegetables. I'm not sure what that means in terms of second harvest. I know some people do plant again.
Yeah, well, the second harvest, I'll do one for the fall. Kale is really hardy. Kale is basically, it's, very, very hardy. So I'll
Mhm.
probably do kale for the fall. And once I cut everything off, I just add more seeds to that same bin that I have. And, stuff comes up. Stuff
Yeah.
comes up. And
Okay.
I'll replant my cucumber plants next to the fence. I already have, a little arbor there
Hmm.
because the
Hmm.
cucumbers need to be staked
Yes.
because it's a vine.
Yes.
It's a vine.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Are you going to try to grow pumpkin
No, because pumpkin is kind of a runaway plant.
like mint?
It it
Hmm.
just several people here have
Yeah.
done it, and it
Mhm.
just basically takes over your yard.
Really?
Yeah, it's just the vine. You find the vines all over the place.
Okay. And so it
Yeah.
means that it is just going to grow and sometimes it just chokes other stuff.
Yeah.
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 So that
Yeah.
won't necessarily
No, I
work.
don't need to grow pumpkins. I don't need
Mhm.
to grow pumpkins.
Yeah.
I buy it at the
Yeah.
farm.
I wonder if I could put them in the community garden if I sort of segregated a space to them. I have another whole lane there that I'm thinking about putting greens in,
Hmm.
kale,
Hmm.
turnip, and then some of the seeds that you're going to send me. I'd
Yeah,
like
but
to put.
make sure that you have enough space because it just runs all
Yeah,
over the
yeah,
ground.
yeah. I may not have space to do
Yeah.
that, but I'm always fascinated to see how they
Oh,
grow.
I am too. I am
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
My next door neighbor she grew pumpkins one year, and it was on the side of her house. They somehow ended up over here in my garden, the vines.
Wow, wow.
So,
How
yeah.
big did the pumpkin get?
Oh, they were, a nice size, and there were
Really?
pumpkins like all over the place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
edible pumpkin? Edible.
Yeah.
You can
Hmm.
eat it. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with respect to more things inside your house, everything's going
Hmm.
to go out, if I understand you
Everything
correctly.
edible is out. Yeah.
Right, right. And how far into the fall do you anticipate you'd be able to have a garden?
Kale, you can have it into November. Kale, cabbage, potatoes,
I'm gonna put some
greens
I'm gonna put some potatoes in.
into the winter,
Mhm.
basically.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
I'll
Good,
definitely be doing that. I'll
good. And
definitely
are
be doing
you
that.
using any kind of plant food or
No,
fertilizer or nothing?
no, it's just all organic. I got some really great soil from my favorite nursery, Merrifield, and
Okay.
nothing is sprayed, nothing is added. These are truly organic vegetables.
So how do you keep the pests? And I know like tomatoes, they get their own kind of bug and the slugs
Hmm.
and stuff. How are you going to keep those off of the plants?
I net them.
You're
Once
going to
they
net
go into
them.
the ground, I net them. And
Okay.
everything that I have outside is netted at night. I'll show you the nets when I put them up.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
everything, once it goes into the ground, it's netted.
Hmm.
So that's what I did last year. And I had really great luck with my cucumbers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Transitioning to some of the things in the garden that may not make it, are you
Hmm.
going to do composting?
No. I don't, I've been looking into composting and
Hmm.
I don't really know enough about how to do it
Yeah.
safely,
Yeah. Yeah.
so you don't get pests. I mean, that's a big thing around here.
Hmm.
Maria Pike, I think, compost. I might need to have a conversation with her, but I'm not going to do that this year. But I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I do too, because remember we were talking over the weekend about not necessarily the compost, but food that's sort of on its last leg and what
Yes,
to do with it.
right,
And so I
right.
got some more really good ideas. I
Uh-huh.
actually looked at some stuff in the small
Oh,
kitchen
love
cookbook
that.
that
I
somebody
have
gave
that.
me.
Uh huh.
And
Yeah.
one of the things that they had in there was a roasted fingerling and carrot coins, sort of
Oh,
similar to how you described roasting the cherry tomatoes with a little olive oil,
yeah.
and those fresh thyme would be great
Exactly.
there. So I'll be posting those up on the blog, and for friends that want to give us other ideas for it, because food is expensive and you don't want to waste it. And
Yeah.
sometimes you have the best intention when you go to the grocery store hint, hint, never go to the grocery store hungry because you
Mm-mm.
buy stuff you're not going to get to. It's going to get
Right.
stuck in the
And
back
it's
of the fridge.
wasteful. It's
It's
just
so
so
wasteful.
wasteful.
And then you just pressured as to, well, what am I going to do with something that has a little life but doesn't look so great? So
Right.
we posted
Right.
up 3 or 4 menu ideas on the
Right.
blog that
Right.
I'll finish this afternoon to give people some ideas on what you can
Hmm.
do. Especially
Exactly.
that berry sauce was delicious.
Oh, I'm sure. And I've
Squeezy,
done that with blueberries too.
any kind of fruit that you can
Right.
just cook down and
Right.
simmer and puree it if you want, or
Hmm.
don't puree it, keep it chunky. Keep a
Hmm.
jar of it. It makes an easy topping for cereal
Yes.
or oatmeal or even a little ice cream. We had it last night over just ice cream and it was delicious. It was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
easy and simple. And, just a little jar of it, you don't need that much. So
Exactly.
that's good.
Exactly.
So what else is on your schedule for the rest of today?
Well, Mitchell is returning
Yes.
later, so I have to go and pick him up and, just doing things around the house. I did go to visit the baby goat farm in Noakes Hill on Saturday, and that was just quite a treat. I
Yes.
was able to feed the baby goats and pet them, and they had alpacas. It was just a fun time. And they give them all fresh produce.
Really?
Chickens, yeah, they had a bag full of lettuces that they give the baby goats, so they have a garden just to feed the animals.
So maybe we'll post up some of those pictures because they
Yeah,
look so doggone cute. And then you had a picture of you with a rabbit, looked very Oswald like.
he was, but he was a very, very nice rabbit.
He was a nice
Very
rabbit.
nice rabbit.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
and
do they?
they had chickens there, and I bought several dozen eggs, to
Yes.
bring back. And they had said when I first arrived, if the chicken lays the egg and you're there, the egg is yours. So I watched, the chickens, hatch the eggs, and got 3 from it. It was just, and I had never seen that before, so it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
kind
And
of
so it
crazy.
is. It's quite something. And were they colored eggs?
Yes, all of them were colored. All of them were
How
colored,
many
and the
chickens
chickens were beautiful.
were they? Yeah.
Yeah, the chickens were beautiful and friendly. When I was sitting petting the baby rabbit, they were kind of like around my legs, but they were very friendly, very friendly.
Mhm.
And the baby goats like corn tortillas. They like corn tortillas. So we
Great.
were able to feed them a little corn tortillas, and they have milk. They love the milk, and they like water. But it was quite something for me
And
to
do they
see them.
do the goat yoga there?
Yes, same place does goat yoga. I think the next one is going to be the end of June, and I would definitely like to go. I sent you a picture of my friend with the goat on. She said it was more about the goat as opposed to the yoga, but she loved it.
It looks like fun. I know they have it here, and I never was able to participate. I'm not sure that I would go. I have
Hmm.
enough trouble just trying to get to regular yoga,
Right.
but I think it's good.
It was
Um,
fun. It was
yeah.
fun. It was
So I'm
fun.
going to have us wrap. This is a short session today.
Okay.
I think shorter links are
Sure.
better. Do you have
Yes,
a quote today that you'd
I
like to share
do.
with
I
us?
have two. I have
Inspire
two
us.
that I want to share with you today.
Okay.
June is National Men's Health Month. So if you have a man in your life, make sure he goes to the doctor. Make sure he goes to the doctor. I'm grateful for all the positive things in my life, especially and my family. And the last thing I want to say is celebrate love in all of its beautiful forms.
Well, that's a wonderful way to end our 17th episode, which is just incredible.
Yes.
My plan is, friends, to put these all up on YouTube. I'm going to create
Uh-huh.
a channel for them because people have asked me, and I know people
Hmm.
see you and they ask you
Yes.
about it, and they liked
Yes.
you had your neighborhood gathering
Oh, they all
last
were
night. And people
asking
said
about
that
it.
they
They love
really
it.
love it. So
Yeah.
I'm trying my best to get them organized and put
Okay.
them
All
all
right.
in one space so that we can do
Uh-huh.
that. So we
Yes.
will
Yes.
wrap for today. I'm
Yes.
going
Okay.
to go down and finish doing some work around here, and
Okay.
then we will see everybody again. Okay. And
Okay.
thank you for joining us, Susan. Thank you.
Thank
Love you,
you.
sis.
Love you. All right. Bye.